Morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, it is visible here on the board. Now,
Yes, sir.
okay. So in the previous class, so we have learned. Okay, so the system software, and then in the system software we learned operating system, then computer languages, and then language translators. After that, so we are done with linkers and loaders, and then finally after linkers and loaders. So which is the last concept? Which is the last concept? Linkers and loaders. After the linkers and loaders, utility software. Okay, totally. So we are done with system software completely. Okay, completely we have done with system software, right? Okay, so in that operating system, computer languages, and language translators. After the language translators, so done with linkers and loaders, and then finally utility software, right? Right? Okay, so we are done with this, right? Okay, so today we'll discuss the functions of operating system, right? Right? Operating system. Okay, first of all, we have already defined the operating system, right? We have defined already operating system. Then what do you mean by operating system? Tell me. Only. What do you mean by operating system? Huh. What do you mean by operating system?
It's a system software. It provides interaction between user and hardware.
User and then hardware. Very good. Okay, operating system is a system software, so which provides the interaction between the user and then hardware, nothing but computers, right? Without the system software, so we can't install even single application software, right? So it support the hardware as well as so application software. So we need to install all the application software on with the support of system software, that is operating system, right? And also operating system controls the overall activity of the computer system, right? You can add the new hardware, you can remove the hardware, okay, you can format the hardware, okay, so you can insert the new documents, files, okay, you can add additional storage, okay, so or additional devices, okay, it may be input device or output device, it may be web camera, whatever, right? So it will recognize and it will gives the permission to use. Okay, so it provides totally overall, it controls the overall activity of the computer system and provides the interaction. Nothing but it provides the platform to work with the computer system. Operating system is one of the important system software. Okay, so first of all, so we have defined, but I will tell you the types of operating system, right? Okay, so the task single user, single tasking operating system. Single user, single task operating system, right? What do you mean by single user, single task operating system?
Only one user can
Use
interact with the hardware.
at a time, and we can perform only one task at a time. Okay, you heard about this single user system? ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? ಯಾವ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? ನೋಡಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Where we have done the single user, these are single user system. So we have mentioned in which chapter, in which concept we have covered this single user system, then multi user system. ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಯೂಸರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತಾ? ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್? ಓಕೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಿನಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್, ಮೇನ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್, ಸೂಪರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ 4 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್, ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಯೂಸೇಜ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಜ್, ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಯೂಸೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಸೈಜ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಮಿನಿ ಮೇನ್ ಫ್ರೈಮ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಸೊ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಅನಲಾಗ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ದೇರ್ depending upon classification, depending upon the size, speed and memory, so we will go with the micro and mini computers. Okay, first is micro. Okay, micro computers are single user system. NVIDIA,
Yes, sir.
right? And mini computers are multi user system. Only the thing is single user and then multi user is okay, so only one person can work with the computer system at a time and then he can perform only one task. And that particular moment he can perform only one task. Okay, the best example is disk operating system. So I'll call this as a DOS. DOS, nothing but disk operating system. Okay, so next is multi-user system. Multi-user single user. Okay, ನಾನು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ. So just example ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, so single user multitasking operating system. Okay, so which is a single user multitasking operating system? So what we are using now, right? Windows. Windows is the best example. One person can work with the computer system and he can perform more than one task at a time, right? So I can listen to music, I can work with the computer, I can type the letter, I can send the emails. Okay, I can browse the internet. At a time, the user can perform multiple tasks, right? Single user, one person can use that computer and he can perform more than one task at a time. So that is what we call single user multitasking operating system. The best example is Windows. And so worldwide, the Windows is the best operating system. Okay, so we call, and then 90% of the worldwide people will use this Windows as an operating system, including our computers. So which was there in lab and then in college also. So it was done and then it was installed with the operating system, single user multitasking operating system, that is Windows, right? And then multi-user multitasking operating system. Okay, so the examples are Linux and Unix, right? More than one person can work with the computer system at a time and they can perform more than one task. Okay, at the moment, right? So this requires a servers and clients. Servers and clients. Okay, so the best example in the multi-user multitasking operating system is so banking sector's operating system, right? So they'll use Linux and then Unix. Some extent they'll use the Windows also, but multi-user multitasking is so at a time they can perform more than one task. Okay, so cash deposit, withdrawal, fund transfers. Okay, so that will be carried down serially. Okay, is that clear? And then passbook printing. Okay, it all done by the banking sector employees. Okay, so at a time they can manage all kind of stuff. Okay, all kind of transactions. Okay, so within one area, within one area, right? It requires servers and clients. It requires an internet connection. Okay, so with the so offline, so we can't do offline only. They will do in manually. Okay, so we are working with the computers. Then it requires an internet connection, right? Okay, so whatever the client's transaction, that will be automatically within a fraction of seconds. So the transactions will be updated to the server. Okay, right? Multi-user multitasking operating system. At a time, more than one person can work with the computer system and then they can perform more than one task at a moment. Okay, right? So banking sector transactions will be the best example for this, right? Okay, multi-user multitask. Okay, so on kade deposit ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ automatically ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಗೆ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ವಿಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ವಿಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಗೆ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, right? Okay, now ಫಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಫಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಸರ್ವರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್. Okay, right? And that belongs to a same entity, nothing but same organization, right? Multi-user, multitasking operating system, right? So when you withdraw the cash from the ATM, okay, so automatically your cell phone get message, right? And then automatically your account details has been updated. Okay, so deposit model update agutte, withdraw model update agutte, UPI transaction, mobile payments, whatever may be the transactions, that will be automatically updated. Okay, without delay, without any server error problem ittu antandre, so the transaction will be updated some extent, so it will be getting late. Okay, otherwise, so the complete transaction will be updated within a fraction of a second. Okay, so without any delay. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Artha aagta idea? Single user, single task, nothing but so one person can work with the computer system and he can perform only one task at a time. And so the best example is disk operating system, and so it is characterized by CUI. CUI is nothing but character user interface. Okay, only through the command we can interact with the computer system, right? Single user multitasking, nothing but so the one person can work with the computer system and he can perform more than one task at a time. The best example is Windows widely used worldwide. Okay, and so multi-user multitasking operating system, more than one person can work with the computer system, they can perform more than one task at a time. Okay, so the best example is the Linux and then Unix. So best example for multi-user multitasking operating system is servers and clients that will be used in banking sectors. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, so first one, single user, single tasking operating system. Single user, single task operating system. A single person can, a single person can. What, Mr. Pawan? You are asking something?
ಸರ್ ಡನ್ ಸರ್. ಮೊದಲು ಥಮ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
Okay. One person can work with the computer system. One person can work with the computer system, and he can perform. And he can perform. One person can work with the computer system. One person can work with the computer system, and he can perform one task at a time, or single task at a time. Single task, one task at a time. Okay, so this is what we call single user, single tasking operating system. Example. So just you write the example DOS, disk operating system, right? Okay, clear? Clear, Alva? You can make the sentence, no issue. Okay. Right. Single user multitasking operating system. A single person can work with the computer system and he can perform more than one task at a time. Single person can work with the computer system and he can perform more than one task at a time. Is known as single user multitasking operating system. So example is Windows. Okay. Next, multi-user multitask. More than one person can work with the computer system. They can perform more than one task at a time. Okay, clear? Multi-user multitasking operating. The best example is Linux and Unix. I thought you can find your own sentence, no issue, right? So otherwise very good, but it should be meaningful. That's it. Okay, it should be a relevant answer. More than one person can work with the computer system. They can perform more than one task at a time. Okay, finished? Okay. So right now we'll go with the functions of operating system. Right. Finished? Okay, I tell you.
Yes, sir, completed.
Right. Okay. Next is functions of operating system. Functions of operating system. OS, short again OS is the everything. So number one, memory management. Next, number two, processor management. Next, device management. Next, number four, information management. Okay, let me go one by one. Right? Okay, these are the functions of operating system. So what the operating system will perform, right? Okay, so the first one is memory management. Okay, so second one is processor management. Third one is device management, and then finally information management. Right? These are the functions of operating system. Right? Is that clear? Right? So we have four functions of operating system. So number one, memory management. Number two, processor management. Number three, device management. And number four is information management. Okay. So first of all, let us take the memory management. So what do you mean by memory? What do you mean by memory? So we have studied this memory concept of the computer system in the second chapter in detail, right? Okay, so memory, primary memory, secondary memory, primary memory, in that RAM and then ROM. So in the RAM, static RAM, dynamic RAM. In the ROM, so PROM, EPROM, and then EEPROM. And then so in the secondary memory, so we have optical disk, so magnetic disk, and flash disk. Yes, we have studied in detail, and then some memory concept, and then some memory management. Even though, so how the memory will be measured? Okay, the computer system, how it stores the memory. Okay, in terms of bits and bytes. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. 1024 bytes is equal to 1 megabyte. 1024 bytes is equal to 1. Really? Already we have done.
Megabyte.
1000. So 8 bits is equal to what? What 8 bit is equal
8 bits is equals to 1 byte.
1 byte. 1024 bytes is equal to 1 KB, kilobytes. 1024 kilobytes is equal to 1 megabyte. 1024 megabytes is equal
Megabyte.
to gigabytes. 1024 gigabytes is equal to 1
Gigabyte.
terabytes, right?
Terabyte.
1024 GB is equal to 1 TB, terabytes, right? And then also we have given the powers. Okay, 10 power what? ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ number of bytes ಕೂಡ calculate ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Yes or no in the table? We have done with all the memory concept. Then, so what do you mean by memory? Tell me. What do you mean by memory? Okay, so we have written the tables also, the number of bytes, so how it will count, and then how we will measure the powers. Okay. What do you mean by memory?
Capacity of storage is known as memory.
Right? The storage capacity. The storage capacity of the computer system is known as memory. Okay, so how it will manage? Okay, operating system. So how it will manage, first of all? What do you mean by memory management? How the operating system will control? So how it functions in the memory management? Okay, so in every electronic device, or it may be electronic gadgets, or it may be a computer system. So you do have memory. Okay, so that is internal or external. External nothing but we will inside. So it is built-in memories are called internal memory, which is already existing while manufacturing the device. Yes or no? Internal memory or primary memory we can call it as. Yes or no? Right?
Yes, sir.
Internal memory or primary memory which is already present while manufacturing the device. Okay. The secondary memory or external memory we only insert to add on the extra additional memory. Okay, it may be a smartphone or it may be a computer system, right? Okay, so we call it as an auxiliary memory. It may be an SD card or external hard disk, you can say. Okay, additional memory if you want, you can put the external memory. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear, everyone?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now, right. So how you could manage this memory? Okay, so we have the points like first one, keeping the track of memory status. Keeping the track of memory status. Next, number B, allocation policy. Next, allocation. And finally, it is deallocation. Okay, keeping track of memory status, allocation policy, allocation, and deallocation. So, what do you mean by this? Keeping track of memory status. What do you mean by this? Keeping track of memory status. Okay, see, I will present and then I will show you that. Okay, so I will show in detail like this. Okay, right? Is it visible to everyone? Is it visible to everyone? ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ screen ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Hard disk drives ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. Okay, how many drives are there here? How many drives?
5 drives.
5 drives. Okay, C is allocated to control all the application software and devices which are get connected to the computer system. Okay, we won't save any data or information inside the C drive. Will you agree? Will you agree? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, see here. This is what we call keeping a track of memory status. Okay, in D drive, totally 45.8 GB free. Okay, totally it contains 46.5 GB. In that, we have free memory 45.8 GB. Yes? Okay, so look at this. E drive. Okay, 93.1 GB total memory, and then free is 92.9 GB. So here in the F drive, total it is having the memory of 93.1 GB and free is 92.9. Okay, and drive G. So totally 186 GB and then free is 186 GB. Okay, so here you open this any either of this. Okay, so E, F, G. Okay, what is that? Is there any data inside here?
No,
Is
sir.
that data inside here? But why it is showing the free memory as 92.9? Okay, total
Primary memory is filled, sir. So
Very good. And then so it is, look at this. Okay, so 186 GB is free of 186 GB. Okay, here there is no allocation of memory. Okay, so keeping track of memory status, it will show how many capacity of the drive, and then so how much you can store it. Okay, so it will be free. Here total nodi, so 46.5 GB is total memory, but so it is only free about 28.8 GB. Okay, this is what we call keeping track of memory status, even including your CD or pen drive, any additional hard disk or any other gadgets, you can get connect the storage data to the computer system, so it keeps complete track of the memory status. Okay, and then so the number two is the allocation policy. So here look at this. Okay, so it is not completely allocating the entire memory, so which is having the capacity, but it's showing 92.9. Why? Because total capacity is 93.1, but it's showing 92.9 because it utilizes for itself. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ 4 GB ಇದ್ರೆ 4 GB ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೆಮೊರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3.7 to 3.9 GB ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು 1.1 ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ when you get connected with the primary memory, so it will allocate the memory for that. Okay, so that is called allocation policy. You can allocate the additional memory into the computer here, and then also you can deallocate. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear, everyone? Okay, this concept is known as memory management. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ರೈಟ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಫೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ರೈಟ್, ಸೊ 32 GB ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಇದ್ರೆ 32 GB ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ? You will get around 30 to 31 GB of internal memory. Okay, so ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಫೋನ್ ತನಗೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಅದನ್ನ allocate ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. That is what we call allocation. Okay, so and you can deallocate that. Deallocate nothing but format. You just format that. Okay, you just format all the drive, then it will be completely erased. The data and information stored in the drive so will be erased completely. Okay, and it is completely, when it becomes completely empty, and you can add the new data and information, that is called deallocation. Yes, is that clear? Right, this entire process will be known as memory management. Okay, so it keeps complete track of memory status, so it will allocate the policy. So this is what we call the allocation policy, right? And then allocation and also deallocation. This is all about the memory management. So it is one of the functions of operating system. Okay, memory management. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Is that clear? Okay, shall we go with the next function? Yes. The next thing is processor management. Okay, so what is processor? What do you mean by processor?
Which process the data.
Processor. Processor is, in other words, we can call it as a CPU. Can we call this as a CPU?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Central processing unit, right? And then the speed of the computer is directly proportional to the speed of CPU and RAM. Okay, yes or no? Yes or no? Will you agree?
Yes, sir.
Will you agree this? Right?
Yes,
The
sir.
speed of the computer is directly proportional to the speed of CPU and RAM.
CPU and RAM.
Okay. Yes? Howda? Right. So once again, I will present the screen. Okay. So look at that. See, okay, so here we have the icon called My Computer, okay, in every operating system of Windows, okay, right? You just right click on this, My Computer, you just right click on this, okay, so you'll get the menu bar, pop-up menu like this, okay, and you select the last one, that is Properties, go to the Properties, right? Okay, you just click on this computer, right click on this, okay, select the properties by clicking left click. Okay, so you'll get the basic information of computer. Okay, which is the operating system? Which is this operating system we are using now?
Windows
Windows 7.
7.
Okay, so this is the manufacturing details. Okay, so look at this here. So look at the mouse pointer, right? Look at the mouse pointer. This is the processor what we are having. Okay, Intel Core i3. Okay, this is the serial number and which has got the speed of 3.10 gigahertz. Yes, is that clear? Is that clear? And idea? Okay, so once again I will explain. Okay, so just you right click on this my computer. Okay, select, so then pop-up menu will be appear and then in that select the properties and click left mouse button here. Okay, so you'll get the basic information of the computer. Okay, so operating system we are using, that is Windows 7, and then so the manufacturer ratings and then all it will come, but we need to look at the processor now. So that is Intel Core i3 2105. This is the processor serial number, so which has been released. Okay, this is the version, and it has the capacity of 3.10 gigahertz. Okay, so as already I told, the speed of the CPU, nothing but the speed of the CPU will be measurable in terms of frequency. Okay, the unit of frequency is
Hertz.
okay, so it has the capacity of the speed 3.10 gigahertz. Okay, and so one more thing we need to look after that, that is RAM.
Yes, sir.
Right?
1.68
So
JB.
yes, it is only using, this is the memory management. It will utilize it for the operating system. So the remaining thing, okay. So 32 in ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದೆಲ್ಲೋ ಇತ್ತು 0.32 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so it has been used to
System processor.
the system itself, right? Okay, so totally 2 GB ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ so ನಮಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುವಂತದ್ದು 1.68 GB ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ RAM ನ 2 GB ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಈಗ? ಇನ್ನೊಂದು RAM ನ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು? ಸೇಮ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರುವಂತ RAM 2 GB ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2 GB ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು? ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. 2 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ?
4 GB.
4 GB ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅರೌಂಡ್ 3.5 GB. ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? 4 GB ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 3.5 ನಾದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು? ಕಾಂಪ್ಯಾಟಿಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸುಮ್ನೆ ನಾವು RAM ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸುಮ್ನೆ RAM ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಕಾಂಪ್ಯಾಟಿಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಗೆ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು 2+1, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ 3 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದಾ ಅಥವಾ 3+1 ಗೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸುಮ್ನೆ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೊ ಹೆವಿ ಲೋಡ್ ಹಾಕೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. Process is nothing but execution of the program. Any program can be executed when and only it is compatible, right? ಹೌದಾ? ಆ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಗೆ ಸೊ 4 ವೀಲ್ಸ್ 2 ವೀಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಟೈರ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಗೆ ನೀವು ಏರ್ ನ ನೀವು ಸೊ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಯುವರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಡೌನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಸೊ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲಿ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ದ computer speed also will get slow down. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? So we say the computer system speed, the speed of the computer system is directly proportional to the speed of the CPU and then RAM. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. Okay. So present here. So I'll stop presenting. Okay. Right. So here, you write the processor management is all about concerned with assignment of processors.
So is it assignment or alignment, sir?
Assignment. Assignment nothing but scheduling. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Assignment of process. Alignment nothing but so aligning the text. So it will come in Microsoft Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. Okay. So left, center, and then right. Okay, and then justification. That is different. Okay, aligning nothing but. So it will be for portrait or landscape. Okay, where the text has to be situated, left, right, center, like that. Okay, align. It's not alignment. It's an assignment of processor to process. Okay. Schedule. Process schedule. Right. Next, process is defined as program in execution. Okay. Process goes through process goes through and various states. What do you mean by states? States.
Processing
Different
states one after other steps.
attributes. Okay. States. Various events can cause stresses to change states. Process.
Sir, it's not visible. No, sir, now also it's not visible.
Is it visible now? I kept
No, sir,
hearing.
the last line is not visible.
Now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it's visible, sir.
Okay. Right. Process is defined as the program in execution. It's a program. It's an event is going on in the program execution. The program goes through various stages. Okay. For example, look at this. The data. So data will be processing now. So after that, so it becomes a information, right? So this is one of the processes. A process is defined as a program in execution. Okay, so it converts the data into a meaningful information. Okay, so this is what we call program in execution, right? Then the process goes through various states. Okay, it's different state. It will different. So it will take different varieties of states. Okay, and then various events can cause the process to change the states. Okay, so it will undergo various events, various changes while processing. Okay, and then so output will come finally. Okay, this totally will be called a processor management. Okay, is that clear? The raw data can be converted and then it will be finalized into a meaningful information. Okay, meaningful information. Okay, so through this process activity. Okay, this is what we call process. So process management or processor management. Okay, this is the second function of, again, it's one of the functions of operating system. This is the second function of operating system. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? Okay, so ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಯಾವ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆ, ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ 7 ಇದೆಯಾ, ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ 10 ಇದೆಯಾ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಎವ್ರಿವನ್?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Right, shall I erase this? Processor management. Shall I erase this? Finished? Finished? Right. So next, number 3, the third function, that is device management. And which are those devices we use in computer system? Which are the devices we use in the computer system? How many devices are there? Which are those devices?
Devices software.
What? Yeah, devices is there. You know the
Hardware devices, sir.
You know the error device, right? How the lab? Yeah, the input and output. Extra ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ additional ಆಗಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ storage device ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಹೌದಾ? Input and output devices. Okay, so like this, so device management, it includes input, output, and storage devices of the computer system, right? Operating system will manage all the inputs, output, and storage devices, right? Input devices, output devices, and storage devices, right? Okay, and then it also manages traffic control function, right? Traffic control function, red, and then yellow, and finally green. Okay, red will says stop. Okay, stop the vehicle. So orange, you get start your vehicle, and then so green says you can go. Okay, so in all the 4 directions, whatever, so you can set the traffic controls, right? Okay, next. Device allocation policy. Okay, you can add, you can insert any devices. Okay, so you see this. Okay, this is a new mouse. Okay, you can get connected with that. So it is already one already you have having mouse here. So one more mouse you can get connected. Okay, you see. So I will show you and then I will present you. Okay, after that you will get that information. Right, so I am connecting mouse. Okay, I am connecting the mouse. Okay, look at this. The message will come when you connect the device. Okay. So we are not getting the message here. When you get connect the pen drive or any USB drives, okay, so automatically you are here. The system tray will shows the information. Okay, new device has been get connected. Okay, so I will show you after that. Okay. Okay, it's not get connecting. Something problem with the USB. Okay, I will show in the next class, in the upcoming classes. Okay, so device allocation policy. Okay, so you can allocate the memory and then you can allocate also the device. Okay, here. Okay, so you can get connect with the new hardware. So it will automatically identify the operating system. That's because of device management. You can connect either input device or output device, or it may be a storage device, whatever. It will show automatically to you, right? Whatever the new hardware we are inserted, it automatically it will show in the computer system, right? Okay, with the support of so operating system, right? And then so finally, it is device allocation and then device deallocation. Okay, and then you can also remove the hardware from the computer. Okay, so it will always shows in the system tray here. Okay, when it may be a pen drive or it may be a printer or it may be whatever the external storage device, automatically here it will shows, right, in the system tray. Okay, so you can remove that, remove your hardware safely. Okay, right, so it will show ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ನ ತೆಗೆಯುವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದಿರಾ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್
Yes, sir.
ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ
First eject ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲಿಂದ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು.
ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಂತ. That is what we call deallocation. Okay, so device allocation and then device deallocation. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? And then finally, so the last one is information management. The device management includes input, output, connecting the input, output, and then storage devices and traffic control function, and then device allocation policy, and then device deallocation policy. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear? Right, I know. Okay, next class USB idರಲ್ಲಿ work ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, so next class ನಾನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಇದನ್ನ. Okay, ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದು?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear, everyone? Okay. Next is the finally the information management. Information management. Okay, so here the management of secondary storage, secondary storage, secondary storage. Next, so providing privileges. Okay, and flexibility to access. And then loading information from secondary memory to primary memory, and then deallocation, right? The information management includes the management of secondary storage, that is hard disk. So you must say hard disk, you can put it in bracket. So hardware, CD, pen drive, etc. These are all the secondary storage devices. Okay, next, providing privileges. Privilege is nothing but priority. Okay, priority of and flexibility to access. Flexibility to access nothing but so you can comfortably use that device when we get connected with that, and then the information which is getting connected with the storage device. Okay, the information stored in the storage devices can be used. It will be used, and then flexible to access, flexible to use, accessing nothing but using. Next, the loading the information from the secondary memory to the primary memory, and then finally it is deallocation. Okay, this is all about the information management. So any information will be stored, gets stored in the secondary storage device. Why? Because so the data and information we can't store in the primary memory. Okay, primary memory only now store ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೇನಪ್ಪ? Store, can we store the data and information in the secondary memory? So we use secondary memory. Okay, so that is secondary storage device. It may be hardware, CD, or pen drive. Okay, so why? Because we can't store the huge data and information inside the primary memory. So we use the secondary storage devices such as hardware, CD, and pen drive. So it management of secondary storage device, so it can be possible with the help of the operating system. So the providing the privileges. Privilege is nothing but priority. First, what you do, and then so the next serial actions. Okay, so first function, second function, third function, like that, and then it is flexibility to access, nothing but so you can comfortably use that device. Okay, so with the help of the operating system, and then loading the information from secondary memory to primary memory. Okay, so all the information, all the data, including your operating system, that is get transmitted from secondary memory to primary memory, because the secondary memory only can store the huge data and information. Okay, the primary memory cannot store that data and information. And then finally deallocation. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear, everyone? Artha aita ivattu? Okay, so functions of operating, types of operating system: single user, single tasking operating system. Next, multi-user, multitasking operating system, and then single user, single tasking, single user, multitasking, multi-user, multitasking operating system. And then, so the functions of operating system, which includes the first one, number one. Wow, which is the first one? Yeah, the first one. Functions of operating system. I am asking. Ivat ಮಾಡಿದ concept. First,
Memory management.
Memory management, device management. Right now. So sorry. So previous one. Yeah. Processor management, and then finally it is information management. Is that clear? Memory management, processor management, next device management, and then finally information management. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Is there any doubts in the session? Right? Is session yeah. Okay, so device the connect ಮಾಡೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ so allocate ಮಾಡೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ deallocate ಮಾಡೋದು next class ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. So USB work ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, function ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, next class ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. Is that clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Right? Okay, so I'll continue tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.